You don't need to do anything right now. You don't need to listen carefully. You don't need to imagine anything perfectly. Just let my voice stay with you. Tonight isn't asking questions. It isn't expecting answers. You've already done enough for one day. Most nights pass quietly. They come and they go, without leaving much behind. But every so often, there is a night that feels different, a night where the world slows a little more than usual. And after midnight, when streets empty, when lights turn off one by one, something quietly appears. A house, not on any map, not on any street you remember. It doesn't exist during the day. And if you're hearing this right now, you didn't look for it. You didn't need to. You're already close enough. You're safe to keep listening. You notice the house without surprise. It doesn't suddenly appear. It doesn't demand attention. It simply becomes part of the street, as if it has always belonged there. The porch light glows softly, not bright, not calling you forward, just present. You don't rush. There's no reason to hurry. The night feels slower here, heavier, in a good way. As you step closer, you notice how quiet everything feels. Not silent, just settled. The kind of quiet that happens after the world has finally said everything it needed to say. The door isn't locked. It never is. You don't remember reaching for the handle. Your hand is already there. When the door opens, there's no sound, no creak, no movement of air. Inside, the warmth meets you gently. Not hot, not thick. Comfortable, like stepping into a place that remembers you. Your shoulders soften, not all at once, just a little. Your jaw loosens, without you having to think about it. You don't explore the house. You don't decide where to go. You don't need to. The house guides you, without words. A hallway stretches ahead. Dim lights glow along the walls, soft enough that you don't need to adjust your eyes. The floor feels steady beneath your feet. Each step sounds quieter than the last, as if the house itself is careful not to disturb you. There are pictures on the walls. You notice them, but you don't stop. They aren't asking to be remembered. They're just there. You pass a small table. A folded blanket rests neatly on top, still warm. Someone prepared this space. Not recently, not urgently, patiently. You feel something unfamiliar and comforting at the same time. Relief. Not the dramatic kind, just the quiet kind that arrives when you realize nothing is chasing you anymore. You take another step forward, and another. The house moves at your pace. It doesn't hurry you. It doesn't slow you down. It simply stays with you. Your breathing begins to deepen, naturally, without instruction, in and out. Slow, even. You notice how your thoughts are starting to arrive less often. They don't disappear. They just soften, like sounds fading into another room. The house doesn't react. It doesn't comment. It understands. You are allowed to be here. exactly as you are, tired, unfinished, quiet. Nothing inside this house needs you to be anything else. At the end of the hallway, there's a gentle turn. You don't know where it leads, and for the first time tonight, you realize you don't need to know. Ambience. Night breeze deepens slightly, continuous. The house isn't a place to figure out, it's a place to rest inside, and as you move forward, you feel the night settling more deeply around you, holding you there, not forever, just long enough. You don't rush around the corner. There's no urgency here, no reason to move quickly. The house seems to breathe with you, slow, steady. As you turn, the space opens into a series of quiet rooms. Not large, not impressive, just enough. A small lamp glows on a side table. Its light doesn't stretch far. It doesn't need to. A chair rests near a window. Someone once sat there. You can feel it. Not recently, but gently. You don't sit, you don't stand. You simply exist in the room. The house doesn't expect interaction. It doesn't require attention. It allows you to be exactly where you are. You notice how still everything feels. Not frozen, not empty, settled. The kind of stillness that happens after a long conversation has ended and everyone understands each other. Your breathing deepens again, without effort, without instruction, in and out. You realize something quietly. The house is not guiding you forward anymore. It's slowing with you, matching your rhythm. As the silence stretches, your thoughts begin to lose their shape. They still appear, but they don't stay long. One arrives, then drifts away. Another tries to form, then fades before it finishes. You don't follow them. You don't push them away. You let them pass, like soft shadows. The next room feels warmer. Not in temperature, in feeling. There's a shelf along the wall. Nothing stands out. Nothing asks to be touched. You don't need to remember what's there. You already understand. This is a place where remembering is optional. Some rooms feel familiar, as if you've been here before. Not in real life, not in memory, in a way that doesn't need explanation. Other rooms feel distant, like places meant for another night. You don't question it. Your body feels heavier now, comfortably so. The floor supports you fully. The walls feel steady. The air feels kind. You notice your eyelids growing warm, not closing, just resting. Your jaw releases a little more. Your shoulders sink slightly. The house notices. It always does. The lights grow softer, not dimmer, just less noticeable. Time feels different here. Not slower, not faster, less important. Minutes don't announce themselves. Seconds don't count. There is only this quiet unfolding. You don't need to be alert. You don't need to stay awake. But if you are, that's okay too. The house doesn't mind either way. You drift through one more doorway. The room beyond feels quieter than the last, as if sound itself has learned to rest here. Your breathing becomes the most noticeable thing now, in and out, each breath softer than the one before. The world outside the house feels very far away, distant, unimportant, as if it's already taken care of itself. You don't need to think about tomorrow. The house isn't interested in tomorrow. It only exists right now, and right now, it is enough. You remain there for a while, not moving, not deciding, just being held by the quiet rooms, and as the night deepens, the house prepares to slow even more. You don't notice when the house changes. There's no signal, no shift you can point to, but something feels different now, not around you, within you. Time doesn't behave the same way here. It doesn't move forward. It doesn't fall behind. It simply rests. You become aware of a quiet sound nearby, not loud enough to interrupt you. A clock. It doesn't tick loudly. It doesn't mark seconds. It's only there to remind you that time still exists somewhere. You don't look for the clock. You don't need to see it. The house already knows. You don't need reminders anymore. Your thoughts arrive more slowly now. Some don't arrive at all, and the ones that do feel unfinished. They drift in, then dissolve, before they become anything. In and out. Each breath feels heavier, not uncomfortable, grounded. Your body settles more deeply into the space it's in. The house notices this. It always notices. The rooms grow quieter, not darker, just calmer, as if sound itself has decided to lie down. You don't move, and there's no sense of staying still. Movement and rest have started to feel like the same thing. Somewhere in the house, a window lets in a soft glow of moonlight. You don't turn toward it. You don't need to. You can feel it, without looking. It doesn't ask for attention. It simply exists, just like you. You notice your eyelids again, not closing, not opening, just resting gently against the idea of sleep. Your face feels warm, Your shoulders feel supported. Even your thoughts seem to have found somewhere to sit. In, slowly, out, even slower. The house understands this rhythm. It has waited for it. Time stretches here, but not endlessly, just enough for you to let go. You realize something without thinking it. Nothing else is coming tonight. No interruptions, no sudden sounds, no expectations. Only this quiet continuation. As the silence grows longer, your awareness softens. You might still hear my voice, or you might not. Either way, the house continues to hold you. You don't need to follow the story now. It will continue without effort. You don't need to stay awake. The night doesn't require it. Time has loosened its grip, and the house has already done its work. You remain there, suspended in calm, and as the night deepens further, the house begins to prepare, a place where you can rest even more fully. You don't notice when you stop moving. There is no moment where you decide to rest, no signal that tells you it's time. Rest simply arrives. The house no longer guides you through rooms. There is nowhere left to go. You are already where you need to be. The space around you feels smaller now, not confined, protected, as if the house has gently closed itself around you, just enough to keep everything else out. Your breathing has found its own rhythm, slow, even unforced. In and out. Each breath feels like it settles deeper than the last, not sinking, resting. Your thoughts are faint now, more like impressions than ideas. They don't form sentences. They don't ask questions. They simply pass through, soft and unfinished. You may still hear the house, a quiet hum, a distant creak, or you may not notice anything at all. Both are fine. The house does not need your awareness. It continues its work, whether you are listening or not. Your body feels heavier, not heavy in weight, heavy in comfort, like being wrapped in something warm that doesn't press or pull. Your shoulders release completely now. Your jaw hangs loose. Your brow smooths out. In more slowly, out, even slower. Time no longer moves in a line. It spreads, it softens, it fades into the background. You don't need to follow it. The house has stopped changing, stopped adjusting. It knows you have arrived. There is no expectation for you to remain awake. No need to remember this place. No need to understand it. The house exists, so you don't have to. If sleep comes now, let it come. If it has already arrived, the house will stay quiet and keep watch. You are held, you are supported, you are allowed to disappear into rest. And as the night grows deeper still, the house gently prepares to let everything fade. You don't notice when the house begins to fade. There is no ending, no closing sound, no final moment. It doesn't disappear all at once. It loosens, like a dream that knows it has done enough. If you're still listening, my voice may feel farther away now. That's okay. The house no longer needs words. The walls feel less solid, not gone, just lighter. The quiet deepens, not empty, complete. Your breathing continues on its own, slow, even, natural. In and out. There is nothing left to follow, nothing left to notice. The night holds you now. If thoughts appear, they drift past without shape. If sleep has already arrived, the house stays quiet and keeps watch. It always does. By morning, there will be no memory of the house, no image, no story, only the feeling of having rested somewhere safe. The world outside continues, softly, without you needing to attend to it. You don't need to wake. You don't need to listen. The night is complete.